What's good, y'all? Kuya David, Pen Click Prime Minister, and in this video, we are going to talk about how to make visual poetry, or how to turn your poems into visual works of art. Why would you want to do this? Well, if you consider in the age of social media that we're in, we want to give people some eye candy to look into, not just text. I mean, otherwise, you could just post your short poems in Twitter, but if we want to work with the mediums like TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, whatever, then let's put some visuals to go with that poetry to give people more content, more value to your pieces. So how do we do that? And what are the multiple levels of doing this? Because we can go from really basic to really complex. Well, so here I made pretty much a guide of how complex we can go with the visual poem. So right here, level 0. If you were to write something in your notes app and then just screen cap and then boom, or maybe put a filter in it and boom, right? So right here is a piece where it's just a flat background, text on top of it. Great. Level 0, because it takes practically no skill to do that at all. Then we go over here to level 1, and suddenly we have a text on photo background. So now you figured out, all right, I'm gonna put a photo in the background. I'm gonna type exactly on top of that. You can actually do that. You can do that using IG stories, where you put a photo in the background, or you take a picture of something and then you type over it and then screen cap or save that out, and boom, you pretty much done that. So you don't need to download anything else. You can just do that straight off of Instagram. But as we see, it's not the greatest thing, because it's kind of hard to read. Yeah, we had a hard time reading this on the show. All right, level 1.5, text next to a photo. Now this, in my opinion, is a step up from this, because here now you're working compositionally, right? So now you have your text here, and then you're considering, all right, where do I best place this image? Maybe I should put it up down here. Maybe I should make it big. This is now playing in with composition. So I think that's a bit step up. Yes. All right, level 2, text within a photo. So here, when you look at the actual text, it's in pretty much a frame. It's pretty much, this is actually a lot like this, right? But the difference is that, one, it makes more sense because it looks like this text is on the piece of paper, and on top of that, like, they're layering elements, right? So this paper, it looks like it's on top of this photo, but this photo is on top of that piece of paper. So now we're starting to play with dimensionality, layering, and really considering the text, like how that belongs within the whole world. We're starting to build a world here. All right, level 3, text designed into the photo. Now, what I mean by that is this text is designed into the photo, in that it's not just text, written out and within a frame. Now we're starting to consider the word placement, right? So night fades too quickly. So too quickly goes underneath night fades. So that creates a line break. And now we got smudges on the text because maybe it's like fading away. And then here, smite me with fresh hope is designed as if it's in a text bubble, right? So now we're starting to consider what this means visually. What is this communicating? So this looks like it's written almost like on a bar napkin, or just written like really sloppily fast. Night fades too quickly, little dawn comes creeping in. So it's like real nighttime vibes after the bar. And then smite me with fresh hope. So maybe that's like the text after, or like the what you doing text at 3 a.m. You know what I'm saying? So just like the visual, the aesthetics of the text is starting to give meaning to all this. All right, so that's level 3. Level 4, text integrated. So it's pretty much like level 3. Maybe this is like level 3.5. We'll say that, level 3.5, text integrated, because it's pretty much the same idea, but now we have now we have layering levels going on here. So you'll see that these bullets and these pennies are overlapping this, and now we're also considering the word placement as well, like how drop kind of extends out. So yeah, that is bunch of levels. But you know, like, we can also show a little bit more, which leads us to level 5. Level 5 is beyond type. So level 5 is where we take the text and really integrate it into everything. Like here, like the word white is carved into the soap, and then see color is part of a tattoo. The word cling is made out of oil in the pan because, you know, it's about frying things. Here, like, golly, look at that, like how casuals is on top of this like wood print block of a opium pipe, and the hazmat is under that. You look at like how this is in a text bubble because it's talking about how we don't speak much, in the hopes of, you know, just like how opals, the bottom of the opals is faded. Here, this whole thing was painted by hand, and this text was drawn by hand, also working with the theme, like how even the edges, the texture on the text is reminiscent of the textures going on in this underwater scene. And just beautiful pieces. Like, look at the coloring of the text, how it all goes well with the theme of water and drowning and all that. So that is what we are looking for. Level 5, beyond type.